Okay, welcome to Battered and Proud. This is a podcast about college football, and it includes myself, which is a proud Aggie fan who continues to cheer year after year, waiting for this to be the year of victory. And it also includes a battered Aggie survivor who's seen too much and trust nothing and no one. I'm Izzy. I'm forever proud. And I'm joined by my brother.
Swami.
Yeah. And we're here to just talk about some college football. So I think that this all started though because we share a father between the two of us, right?
Yes,
And he was pretty would you say he was battered or was he proud or a
he was
mix?
both. Yeah, he
Okay.
was definitely mixed.
So we grew up going to these games because our dad played. He was in the Hall of Fame, won the first Aggie Heart Award ever, right?
Yes,
Do you have anything you want to expound on with that?
absolutely.
Okay, let's hear.
So when you're talking like that, one of my favorite stories about being battered but still proud is when he was honored one year as an Aggie Heart Award with other recipients before, and we played SMU at College Station. And so anyway, they were all honored before the game, and they dad came up and sat with us for like 2 seconds, and SMU scored like in 5 minutes, and dad said, "Okay, let's go." So like 5 minutes of the game, we left. We're gone. We 2%ed right on out of Kyle Field and went down south and went dove hunting in South Texas. And it was so bad that he wouldn't even let me listen to the game when we were driving. I'm like, Dad, I want to listen to the game so I can see hear what the score is and see how we're doing. He goes, no, we got to talk about other things besides A&M football. So anyway, we would turn it on and, every now and then, and we would be up and we'd listen to it, and then SMU would score and then he'd turn it back off. So yeah, I think yeah, that when you said that, when you said, is he battered or proud? He's both. He was definitely, he was mixed, and it
He
was
preferred to change the channel. He did not like
absolutely.
going to the game.
Absolutely. He never
Yeah,
wanted to go to the game. And I
right.
never knew why until later. So
Until
anyway.
now you live it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
you want to leave at halftime.
Well, I left the Auburn game right after we threw the interception and they
Yeah.
scored. I said I'm going. And then Florida after we went no, it wasn't Florida. It was who was it when we went three and out and we won handily in the second half? We played Florida, we played
Mississippi
Auburn.
State.
Was it no, it wasn't Mississippi State. Who was the last home game we
It
played at night? It was, I don't know. I have to look it up.
was
But
Mississippi
anyway,
State, was it night?
no, it wasn't either, Elizabeth. It was
Well,
not.
Auburn, okay. Well, anyway, that's not part of our agenda.
Okay, let's
Okay.
get back on our agenda.
So, what's important is that we're going to talk about college football
Yes,
and we talk about it anyway. So, why not just make a podcast? If anyone listens, it's going to, I mean, it's definitely going to be our family and they'll really love it. They will love it. Am I right? What was
thousand percent.
the first thing we wanted to talk about was the games from last weekend. So, the interesting one I thought it was there was three going on at one time, and I was so grateful for that ESPN deal where you can put like four games on at once. Have you done that yet?
No.
Okay, it's amazing. And so I had Bama, South Carolina on, I had Vandy and Mizzou on, and then at the same time I had TU and Mississippi State. Those were the three games I had on all at once on one screen.
Why do you call them TU?
There, I accidentally, oh, because when they joined the SEC, Tennessee was real upset. And so I didn't want to upset Tennessee because we've been pals with them for a while in the SEC. And so they prefer TU because they feel like they're UT.
Oh,
That's why.
okay.
That's why.
Okay.
I'm not doing it out of being any disrespect.
Okay.
Anyway, so Bama pulled through. Best thing about that game, I thought, was the students getting ready to rush the field for South Carolina, and it didn't happen. That was effing hilarious.
Yes, it
And
was.
then what do you have to, did you have anything great about that game or not?
I didn't watch it. So the only game that I watched the second half, is I watched the University of Texas and Mississippi State game. So I watched them. I watched the last half. I didn't watch the first half, but I watched the last half. And they were down by what, 17 points with 9 minutes left and came back and won. I
Yeah,
mean,
there
how
was
did
a,
they do that?
I don't know. There's another person that did that too. There's another team that
Oh
kind of
yeah.
was down a whole lot.
Who?
It to you. They were down a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a sniglet. Yeah, so that was on at the same time. And I was watching that and I'm like, this is done. This game is over. Brandon Walker thought the same thing. He definitely thought the game was over. And then they just came back. What was they ran the punt back or yeah.
Well, it started, I'll tell you what started the downfall. When Texas was down by 17, they were driving, and on fourth down. They threw a pass, and it went out of bounds, but there was this flag, and it was a call that was roughing the passer, and nobody can understand why. But they're like, okay, it's no big deal. We're still up by 17 points. We got no fear. But Texas scored pretty quick and then held Mississippi State to three and out. And then they scored again. Actually, they kicked a field goal to they got down within the 10-yard line or something like that, and they kicked a field goal, and then they kicked off again, and again they held them three and out, and then that's when the punt returner ran it back for a touchdown and tied the game. And then Mississippi State still had a chance. They were driving, but had some miscues and couldn't get it in field goal, and it went in overtime, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's like a typical Texas luck right there, you
I mean, it
know?
wasn't luck. It was
It
a
was
lot
typical
of heart there
Texas.
for those guys. Give those guys credit. They worked hard and they didn't give up. And you got to give them credit. I mean, down 17 points with 9 minutes left in the game, and they came back and won. And look what they did against Kentucky. They were down.
We're
They,
not
they
talking about that game.
but we might as well. I mean, they
Oh
won that game in
man.
overtime, and they got, you know, Kentucky had three times as many yards as Texas did, but Texas found a way to win.
You know what was the
That's
best
winners are
thing?
about.
The
What?
best thing about that Kentucky game was that we did not hire Mark Stoops. That was the best thing about that game.
Yeah, they almost did.
We almost
Mm.
did. And you know what? I called up and I said, no, no, it's not going to happen. It was my doing.
Mm.
I called in
He called and made it. Yeah,
to
okay.
Texags. All right. So that, and then we talked about those three games. What did you think about Mizzou and Vandy? Vandy came
Well,
out 17, Mizzou 10.
right. So that game was, I didn't watch it, but I saw the final score, and also that I noticed that Missouri lost their quarterback. And I think he's gone for the rest of the year. And
Yeah.
A&M, you would think, A&M, it makes it a little bit easier when they go on the road next weekend to play Missouri, but
Yeah.
I don't know. People still think that right now, if you look at the national average, it says Missouri A&M only has a 47% chance of winning that game on the road, even with the backup quarterback.
You
So,
think my computer's about to die because I got to plug it in. You think that
well, can you do that before it dies?
Fine. You think that we're gonna their backup quarterback is gonna give us problem because you think A&M's eating rat poison?
I think they're eating rat poison. I think this is going to be an easy game. It's going to be on the road. It's going to be packed. It's a trap game for sure. And by the way, that game that I left early in the third quarter was Florida because it was at night, and I didn't want to stay with my son at his house in College Station, so I decided to go home. That's why I left.
Does it look like it's charging? Yep.
Are you
Is it
good?
charging? Yeah, it's plugged in. Okay, good. Yeah, because your son's house was probably disgusting. Am I right?
I don't want to talk about that. I just felt I just want to sleep in my bed, so I decided to go
And your
to go
son's house
home.
was gross.
And I was a little nervous. I was also nervous. And I'd rather listen to the game to keep me awake on the way home too. So, but
Um, okay, so a good game, I thought a really good game was A&M versus LSU. Didn't you think that was a really good game? I was
well, I
super
only watched the
stoked.
first half because again, I'm battered, right? I had to turn my phone off. I
You
couldn't
didn't
watch it. I
watch
read a
the
book.
second half at all?
No, at all. I was throwing up in the first half because, the interception in the end zone, the block punt, the other interception, blah, blah,
The
blah, blah,
second
blah, blah, blah,
interception
blah,
was a
blah.
tip. It really wasn't like that was not his that was an accident.
But it was typical. We found ways to look. Remember when Johnson was their quarterback before he came to A&M? They beat us then, and they were like, 2-9, and they still beat us in Baton Rouge. I mean, I was just like, I can't stomach it anymore. I lived a half of it, and I decided to turn my phone off and read a book. So guess what?
But what's different now this year? We have the Elko era. Now we're in the El. You need to start
Is he even
accepting
going to
it.
stay?
You
Is he
need to
going to stay?
stop. He's absolutely going to stay. Absolutely.
I think that the coach for Nebraska, he used to play for Penn State, but I think he got an extension at Nebraska, so I don't think they're gonna go after him. So who's the next best choice? I
I
mean,
don't
it's got to be
know.
Elko.
The South.
Elko's
No, it
from
ain't. Uh-uh.
no,
Why would you leave like all this like support that you have at A&M
go back home.
to go? He doesn't. That's not his home. He.
Pennsylvania. They
It's
went to
too
Penn.
cold. It's too cold up there. Okay. He's
What?
not interested.
What?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I hope it doesn't. I really don't. I hope it doesn't. But I
It's
just
Elko era, and you need to stop being battered. You need to start accepting happiness in your life. Okay.
I was happy because we won it, and I didn't have to, and it was great, and when I didn't have to watch it, and it
Here's
was it
this.
was fantastic.
It was it was beautiful. I mean, it was like somebody described A&M in the second half, like normally what they do is they're like a python and they wrap, they start gradually in the first half wrapping around, but then it's the second half they just really squeeze you to death. And that's what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Okay.
They just squeezed them to death. You didn't even see that. Did you watch any of the film? Did you watch Casey's return?
I did. I saw that
Okay.
afterwards. Yeah.
It
That
was
was cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then you saw the one-handed catch because that was in the first half.
Yes.
That was
That was a good
amazing. I mean,
catch.
where
Yeah.
did that guy even come from? Their bench is like loaded.
Yeah, but on that same drive, that's when
I
that's
la
when
la
that's
la
when that's when Reed threw the interception in the end zone.
that
How can you throw an interception in the end zone when you're like on the 1 yard line?
he
How can
made
you do that?
adjustments. He's still young. He made adjustments.
Okay,
Okay, moving on.
move on.
What do we want to do next? Games, upcoming games. I'm getting over some allergies, so I keep hacking. Mm.
Do you want to do upcoming games? That's what you want to do next?
Oh, no. You're right. I switched it, didn't I?
You did.
We talked about games. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the bracket.
Yes.
Okay, our college football playoff bracket. All right, how do you want to do this? You want to go first or you want me to go first? We're gonna go like we'll stop at the top. We'll start with the top four.
How come we can't do it like everybody else does and has it on the screen? You know what
Because
I'm
I don't
saying?
have graphics and I work for a living.
Well, that would
And
make it look a lot better.
well, we need to get one of our deadbeat kids to come help us. Kirk
Do I have to hold it
Herbstreit's
up like this? It fits in the screen, doesn't it?
uh yeah,
So
you have to
you
get
can
it
read it, can't you?
closer. Yeah,
She
mine doesn't
says,
look like that though.
yeah, well, see, that
Are
fits.
you joking me right now? Did you forget to leave A&M off where it says Texas?
Well, I think they're going to go 10-2. So I don't see that. I don't see A&M making the playoffs, the college
Okay,
football
get it
playoff.
closer to the thing. I need to see that. Okay, so for your top four, okay, who do you have? You have playing in the Big Ten championship. Who do you have
Ohio
in?
State and Indiana, obviously.
Okay, and then who do you have winning that?
Ohio State.
Okay, I have Indiana winning it.
Okay.
Okay, because I just have not seen anything from Ohio State that is making me go, wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you've got one Ohio State and three Indiana.
Correct.
Okay, I have one Indiana and three Ohio State. Okay.
Okay. Got
You
it.
want to hear my two?
Sure.
Okay, my number two is Texas A&M University. That puts
Okay.
them at winning against Bama.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's probably going to be 10 points. We'll probably get them at a 10-point deal.
Get them at 10-point deal. What is that supposed
It'll
to
be the
mean?
spread. Like that's how much we're going to beat them by 10 points.
Oh, okay. Why do you live in La La Land?
Anyway, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
This is happening.
Okay, okay. Come on. You
And
want to
then number
go? Then I'll
four, number
wait.
four, I have Bama. Number four, I have
Okay.
Bama because I think 10 points is still pretty close and it shouldn't bring them down more. So who is your, this is going to be stupid. Like people who are listening, they're going to hear what you say and they're going to go, this guy is a freaking joke. Why are we even listening to this?
Because I know my stuff, and Swami
Okay, go
knows.
on. Number, who do you have at number two?
The number two, I have the University of Texas. I think they
Okay.
went out. All
I'm
right. I mean, don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you, so don't interrupt
fine.
me.
I'm
All right.
fine.
The reason why I have them as number two, all right, they win Vandy. If they go on the road and beat Georgia, it'll even be better for them when they beat A&M in Austin. Okay. And they've got
Okay.
Arkansas, and they're going to wipe Arkansas off the map in Austin. Right. So you've got, if you win Vanderbilt this weekend at Georgia, okay, um, Arkansas at home, and then A&M at the end of the season. That's 10-2. That gets you into the SEC championship against Alabama, most likely. Um, and then I think they beat Alabama, so that puts them as the number two seed, and that gets Alabama as the four seed.
Okay.
Okay, because Alabama's still good. They've only got two losses. It'll be the loss against Florida State and the loss in the SEC championship against the University of Texas.
Okay, I just need to tell you, are they playing between the hedges?
Yes, at
Okay.
Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
So
okay.
this is
Uh,
okay.
Did you
This is
did
what you're
the
going
last
with.
two wins overtime down by 17, 9 minutes left? Doesn't that show a little character? I mean, please.
It does. It does show
Uh,
character, but
Okay,
it's different between the hedges. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm not
we'll
saying
say.
like they're going to lose to
What
Vandy.
about 2 years ago when they went on the road at Alabama and everybody said they were going to get destroyed by Alabama and they went there and they beat them like redheaded stepchildren? What happened then?
I'm not living in the past. That's a whole new team, bruh. Whole new team.
I understand that, but everybody said then that they were going to get killed by Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And guess what? They went there and just hammered them, right?
Okay.
Just like they did at Miami last year. Sark's got it figured out. Okay. The offensive line is starting to gel. Okay.
All
Don't
right,
turn
let
too
me just
far
say this.
either way. Don't turn that
Sorry,
way
I
anymore
can't help
because,
it. I have ringworm.
yeah, it makes me kind of ill when every time you do that. So try
Sorry, I
not to
can't help
turn
it.
that way. Turn
It's
the other way.
perfectly circular. Look at that.
Right.
It's
Can you
perfect.
please look the other way? Thank you.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Um, the present is a gift. Okay, so let's
Sure.
stay there. Let's stay there because you're
We
talking
are.
about the past and that's bull butter.
The only no, I've also can we talk about the game last weekend where they won down by
We've
17 with
already
9 minutes
talked
left?
about that. We've already went
Okay,
over
well that's
that.
present.
That was in the first part of the agenda. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
Ready?
right, yeah.
Who do you have at number five? That's the ACC.
I have
Division.
the U. That's Miami
Okay,
University.
so
The U.
there we finally agree on one thing.
Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
so I've got Miami there too.
Okay,
Okay, who do you have at number six?
you don't want to have that matchup at 12. You want to go to 6?
Oh, do you want to do the matchup at 12? That's fine.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll
Right.
do the 12.
So I have South Florida, and the reason why, even though they lost to Memphis last week, they still get to, and Navy is undefeated in the conference, and they do have a
Yeah.
championship game. I still think that South Florida gets revenge and beats Memphis in the championship game if it's, and I think that's the way I feel. So,
Okay, here's with that deal with number 12, I feel like right now I have Memphis.
right, that's a good
But
choice.
if Navy, like if God's not paying attention and watching that game and supporting the Irish, if Navy beats Notre Dame, look out.
That's not going to happen. So
I'm just
just
saying, you
quit.
never know.
Yeah, well, I do know.
You also
Navy's
said
played
we
nothing
weren't
but garbage teams, so it's
okay.
okay.
You
Yeah.
also said you also said that we were going to lose to Notre Dame. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got Memphis and Miami. You have South Florida, right?
I do.
Okay.
Right. That's the
All
5
right,
and 12
next up.
matchup.
That's five
Okay.
and 12. Now we got eight and nine.
8 and 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Ole Miss is number 8 and the Oregon Ducks is number 9.
Okay. I have Ole Miss as number eight,
Okay.
and I have Notre Dame at number nine.
Okay.
And I do have Oregon on there though, but they're not impressing me either. But
Well,
okay, so go on. You want to do the next one?
I don't see Oregon losing again. And I think that's a better 11-1 Oregon compared to a 10-2 Notre Dame. That's why I have them. I have Notre Dame in the playoffs. I just don't have them at number 9. I have the Ducks
Yeah,
in
but
front of them.
Notre Dame's two. are against serious powerhouses,
Okay.
like really beefy teams. You know what I mean?
Uh,
All
Okay.
right, let's do 6 and 11.
Okay. I have UGA, the Georgia Bulldogs, at number 6, and I've got BYU at number 11.
Okay. I've
I
got
think,
Georgia at 6 and Oregon at 11.
okay.
So
So
you're
we're the,
saying BYU instead of you think BYU instead of Tech?
no, I got Tech in here too, but I have
Oh,
BYU making it.
you're giving them more
Yes, I'm giving them,
spots?
yeah, I'm giving them because I think there's going to be two Big 12 teams in this instead of just one.
Okay.
Because I have
I
Tech
don't
at
think
number
s-
7.
I don't okay. Well, okay, so yeah, I have Georgia at 6 as well.
And who do
And
you have at
then
11?
Oregon.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and then for 7 and 10.
I got Tech and Notre Dame.
Okay, so you're gonna balk about this, but I have Tech at 7. And then for 10, I went back and forth. I haven't this like I literally flipped a coin between Georgia Tech and Tennessee.
I mean, Georgia Tech, maybe. I mean, they haven't lost yet, and I think their schedule's pretty easy
They've got
until they get,
Georgia at the end of the year. Yeah.
oh, they're going to lose that. So I think that's what's going to kick them out because they're going to lose the Georgia game and they're going to lose against Miami in the ACC. So nobody's going to take two teams, just like A&M. I mean, A&M's 8-0, just like Georgia. But I think A&M
So
loses
you
two
have
games,
A&M out. You have A&M out completely out of the
just like Georgia
bracket.
Tech. Yeah, just
You
like Georgia
have
Tech.
got to be kidding me.
Why? It's what we're used to doing. I don't know if you remember last year, but A&M was in first place in the conference, and they went on the road and lost to South Carolina, garbage, and then they lost to Auburn on the road, even bigger garbage, all right? And then and still had a chance to win against Texas and make the SEC championship. And what did they do against Texas at Kyle Field? Hello, hello,
Listen, that was a
hello.
building year for my friend Elko.
Okay.
And last year we lost Moss and he was the
Moss isn't
bench.
playing now.
Exactly. And look at all the people we have who are taken up for that.
The reason why A&M is where they are today, it's not the only reason, but it's a major part, is because of Concepcion and Craver. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, they
please.
are
That's been a
pretty.
big part. A team is a team, I get it, but those two have contributed a whole lot to our team.
I agree with that, but I don't think that I think we have, here's the reason I think I watch their interviews and I watch all their TikToks and all their dances. And I
Oh
just
my
feel like
God.
they're more, and you know what else? They also, all of them, they love the 12th man. And it's like they're totally embracing the culture. You know what I mean? And they're all like
Sure.
brotherhood.
Yeah.
The it's just like there's a really good feel and it's different this year. I'm just telling you.
I think
Okay.
it's great. And I'm going to ride the wave as long as we can. And I'm going to, hey, there's another week that, guess what? We're not going to lose, right? We
We
still
are
have a
not going to
chance,
lose
right?
this week. We
Right.
are going to
Right. Right.
kill it.
Yes.
All right,
But
let's get
I
in.
want to, wait a minute. I want to make another point. The reason why I have them where they are. A&M's wins in the SEC are against Arkansas, who's 0-4, Mississippi State, who's 0-4, Auburn, who's 1 and
Mississippi
4.
State gave Texas some some junk to juggle.
Yeah, but Texas went
And that's
into their
and you're
house down by
okay.
17 with 9 minutes left and won the football game.
All right, go
Okay.
on. Go on.
And then they beat LSU. Okay. And they beat
In
Florida.
Death Valley at
Yeah,
night.
but they
At night.
Yeah, I know, but they laid down. So A&M's beat all these teams down here. Okay, they haven't played any of these up here. All right, first lost that one, second lost for sure that one, and maybe they lose to South Carolina because South Carolina played Alabama really tough and could and should have won the football game. I still give the edge to A&M on that game, but I'm really worried about Missouri, and I'm definitely concerned about Texas and Austin.
I mean, that's an opinion that you can have. I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You want to move into picks for next week?
Sure, let's do that.
How long? Can you see how long we've been on here?
Um, no, I can't. In
I
fact,
can't
there's a
either.
bar that says this meeting is being recorded, and I
Yeah.
put OK on there, but it still won't go away. So I can't. That's like where my picture is.
And so you can't look at yourself?
Yeah, which is
That's
probably a good thing
perfect.
anyway.
That's great. That's great.
No, I'm
You're
good.
gonna, yeah, you're gonna be fine. I just wish I knew
Uh,
how long this was, but it doesn't matter.
it doesn't?
I mean, if it's long or if it's short.
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
cares?
I know that this is, I mean, I'll tell you, I can guarantee you that will listen to this
Will she?
because she was like, please send me the link right away.
Really?
Anyway, okay, let's talk about picks for next week.
Okay.
Okay. Who do you want to do first?
Well, let's do Oklahoma and Tennessee.
All right.
Oklahoma at Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 3.5. All right.
Yeah.
You want to go back and forth, or do you want me to go first every time, or what do you want to do?
You just go first and then
Okay.
I'll.
I'm going to pick I'm going to pick Tennessee, even at 3.5. Okay. I think
Oh, like
Tennessee is
you're doing it like you're using the spread and everything.
yeah, we have to. We're
Okay.
not yeah.
Oh, we have to? That's hard for me sometimes to add and subtract.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well,
I'll catch on quick. It's fine. Go ahead.
we can be like yes. No, let's do like game day. Let's be like game day.
Well, they
Just
do
winners and
spread
losers.
sometimes.
Yeah, they do on ones that are large. Like the two, well, you tell me. I don't care. You're the one who started this. You tell me what you want to do, with or without spreads. I
I
mean, I
don't
think,
care.
okay, let's do with spreads.
Let's do
Uh,
with. It's more fun that way.
absolutely. I'll take Tennessee and I'll give 3.5. Yeah, I think that's better. What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same. I think
All right.
Tennessee will cover that. I thought I feel bad for Mateer. I just feel like ever since he hurt his hand, he just has not looked the same, you know? And I know their defense is supposed to be amazing, but
Ole
I
Miss lit
would,
them up.
yeah, I wasn't
That
seeing
was the
it.
first offensive team they played that was good, and so they got lit up. And I think Tennessee is going to do the same thing at in Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. In
Right.
Neyland Stadium. Okay. All right, moving on. At K-State against Tech, 7.5. I'm actually going to go first on this one too as well, because I know you're going to pick the opposite, and I'm going to take Kansas State. I think
With
Tech
7.5.
with yeah. So I'm going to take my 7.5, and I'm going to go with K-State, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Tech is going to have a big matchup next week against BYU. BYU is off this week. All right. So they're going to be undefeated going into Lubbock. And so Tech's going to be thinking about, thinking about BYU more than they will about Kansas State. Kansas State started really, really poorly this year, but they've turned it around and they're starting to play tough. And this is going to be like their game of the year. So I think they're going to play tough. They might not win the game, but I think it's going to be closer than 7.5. Okay. Your turn.
I I don't know why you're going to say I'm going to pick the opposite. Why do you think I would pick Tech?
Just because I don't think you know as much as I do about these two games and what's going on. And so I think you're going to be leaning towards Tech.
Okay. I mean, I don't. I really every time I watch K-State, I feel like they're um like they literally look like garbage. Like I was not
Exactly.
impressed. Okay.
Right.
Well, I was gonna actually take Tech. I just can't
There
believe
you
you
go.
read my
See?
mind.
But because that's why they call me Swami. I can do
Anyway.
that.
All right, move
Okay.
on. Move
All right.
on.
So Izzy's got Tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're giving up 7.5. Okay.
Right.
So now we've got this is in Jacksonville, which okay, let me explain something to you. Every year they don't play home and away. They play in Jacksonville, Florida, and it's called the largest cocktail party of the world, right? And this is every year at Jacksonville, University of Florida against Georgia. Okay.
Okay.
Georgia's favored by 7.5. All right. I'm going to ask you this time, who do you like? Do you like Georgia minus the points, or do you want to go with Florida and getting the points?
I'm going to go with Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take the points.
Yeah. I think that I think Georgia's is going to go into that like very laxed. You know what I mean? And Florida, I thought that quarterback was really good. Like when we played him, I really did. I thought he was pretty good, pretty scrappy. Lagway.
Yes,
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. And sometimes these players like to play for their backup coaches. You know what I mean?
sure, absolutely, 100%.
Who's going to get that job, that Florida job?
Lane Kiffin said, what did
He
he
ain't gonna.
say?
Mm-mm.
This
He
is this
said,
is I've got it right here. Let me find it. That was actually one of the comments that I wanted to make. Lane Kiffin said, and I quote, "Make it a billion and I'll come coach in that shithole at Florida." That's what it says right there. I mean, I hate to use curse words on air, but that's what it says.
you know what?
Make it a
I
billion and I'll come coach in that. You know what?
I was talking to a Texas fan, and she always reaches out to me because she wants to hear about what I thought about the stadium. You know, like when we go travel, like when we went to Notre Dame, she said she was not impressed with Notre Dame, and I was like, I actually thought it was okay, but I think since she was there, they remodeled it, you know, or did something, did an update. Anyway, I was like, how was Florida? How was the swamp? Because have you ever been there?
I haven't.
Okay, well, I thought it'd be interesting to go. And she said, it's boo-boo. She said, we are so lucky that we live in Texas with like all the facilities and the, you know, the amazing stadiums and whatnot. She was like, it was like lipstick on a pig. Like it was a crap hole. Like on TV, she said they have it looking really good, but so that's probably why Lane said that.
Okay.
All right, what did you pick?
I'm going with Georgia. Yeah, I'll give you the 7.5 and
So
we're gonna
lame.
steamroll.
It's boring. All right,
Yeah,
next.
it will be boring. Okay, this one's gonna be easy for both of us. And this line started at 1.5, but it's moved to 2.5 because people are putting heavy money on UT, Texas and Vandy.
Yeah.
2.5. I've got this is this. I'm not. I've already wrote it down. I'm gonna write it down again, twice. I've got Texas winning large against
I'm not going to
Vanderbilt.
say winning large, but I learned a lesson last weekend through my husband.
Yeah,
Never, ever bet against TU.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
He
he
lost
said to
on that.
me. That's what he
Yeah,
told me. So I was
r-
like, I don't know why you did it in the first place. He was peacocking around, throwing money out there, you know.
right.
I could have a couple of Starbies, but no, he lost it for me.
Now, but he won it back on the A&M game.
No, I mean, he would have had more money had he not bet
True.
against TU. So lesson
Yeah.
learned. All right, so I'm going to go with TU too.
Oh wow, you're going with Texas.
Yeah,
Good
I
at
told
you.
you I learned a lesson.
Okay. Okay, good for you. Okay, last game is Cincinnati at Utah State. No, at just at Utah. This one is weird. I can't understand it. I looked at both lineups. I'm like, Cincinnati is like 17th in the country, and Utah is 24th, but yet Utah is favored by 10.5. Uh, do
Because
they
Cincinnati is boot. This is the most, I don't even know why game day is there. Like I'm so uninterested in this game.
really?
Yes, I think Utah is going to beat them more than 10 and a half.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll just for grins and giggles, I'm gonna give you Cincinnati. I mean Utah, and I'm gonna take Cincy because I think it's a lot of points. But usually when it's something like that, the the odds maker knows something's up. So that doesn't make sense. 17th ranked at 24, and they're going to get 10.5. Wow. Okay.
I
I got
think Utah
Cincinnati.
got shafted a little bit because they got their butts kicked in by Indiana pretty hard,
You mean
you know?
Texas Tech?
Oh, it was Texas Tech?
Yes. Tech went into their place and beat them like a
Beat the
drum.
crap out of them.
Yes.
Oh God, I forgot about it. It was Tech. I was thinking it was Indiana for some reason. Probably because
That's
they're
okay.
red.
Indiana beat the boohoo out of Illinois that everybody was so.
That was around the same time.
Yes, it
And
was.
Illinois was ranked really high. Okay.
Yes, they were.
So Utah got their butts kicked in at home.
Yeah. At
That
home
makes
by Tech.
that makes me uncomfortable. Who's the coach for Cincinnati?
I don't know.
Okay. Who does Fickle coach for?
Uh, Wisconsin, and he's about to get hammered.
Okay.
He's
Was he
about to
ever
be
at
right off.
Cincinnati?
Yes, he was. He was at Cincinnati
Okay.
before he went to Wisconsin.
Okay. Because I have him in my mind and I bet against him all the time. So
Okay.
I'm gonna still go with Utah. I mean,
I got you.
I take it back saying they're going to beat them by more than 10 and a half. I take that back now. But I'm still going with Utah, and I'll give you the 10 and a half.
Okay, fair
All
enough.
right. All
Okay,
right. Where are you
any
going to
other
watch?
games you want to talk about?
I mean, A&M is not playing, so
So we don't want to talk about that one? Okay.
no.
All right. I'm looking through here. We did Oklahoma, Tennessee. Yeah. USC, Nebraska. That's 4.5 point game.
You got the spread in front of you?
Yes.
Oh, Nebraska is not, they're not, mm-mm. I think USA will probably, what is the spread?
Southern Cal is favored by 4.5 at Nebraska.
I think, I think they'll, I
You
think
think
they'll,
USC beats them by 4.5, more than 4.5?
yeah.
Okay. I got Nebraska and you got USC.
Are you writing this down?
I am.
Are you going to talk about this on our next podcast?
1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This will be funny. See, 4.5
You
plus
remember
four.
we used to bet with dad, like when I was in Hawaii, when I was living in Hawaii, and we'd bet on every single game. I mean, we
Really?
didn't like really bet, we would just do picks. You don't remember that?
Uh-uh.
I would write down every single d game, and dad would be like, Kent State? Shit, I barely know where that is.
Well, yeah, Alex and I do bowl games every year. We do it with the spread. We just go back and forth. So, yeah.
Who wins?
Sometimes he does, sometimes I do. It's all
Okay,
luck.
it's not lopsided.
Usually it's not. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he beat me
We'll
last year.
we'll have Alex on one day.
He should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about besides that you feel bad for me because I have ringworm?
Um, no, I think that's it.
All right. Are you going to bet Tony this weekend?
If Tony wants some.
He can't. I told him no more betting against TU, so he's out.
Okay. He's out.
Yeah, he won't bet against you.
Hmm.
He won't bet against Texas anymore. So
Well, this was, and then next week we'll do our updated picks, right? Our
yeah, I can't wait for
ranks.
that. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for that. And you are gonna be so sad because you're
Why
gonna
am I
have
going to
to
be
wipe
sad?
because you have to print out a new bracket.
Well, I got it. Plenty of brackets in here. I'll write a new one every week.
I'm
Or
just
maybe I
saying,
won't. Maybe Swami's already got it figured out. And guess what? It's legit.
it
You're
looks
going to love it when
ridiculous.
Texas is number 2 seed. You're going to love that, aren't you?
Yeah,
They're
I
going to be
will.
number 2 seed.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least it's a Texas team. That's fine.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're starting to turn a little bit.
I
You know,
don't
my
believe it, but
you
I'm
know, my
just
wife
saying.
graduated from Texas,
I
right? So
know.
I have to give her some support, right?
She's a very intelligent lady.
She is.
Where are y'all going to that game this weekend?
Debbie is. She's going with her friend.
Oh, okay. I thought she was telling you so you'd go.
No, no, I'm not
Oh,
going. I'm playing golf. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll be on the golf course.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was fun. We'll do it next week. I bet people are gonna be chomping at the bit. Our sponsors are so glad that we finally got some material out there.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Eckerman's
good.
Meat Market is for sure a sponsor. Um, and I'm sure Belleville Times will sponsor us too.
Okay. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Until next time, I'll see you later. And I'm proud, you're battered, but we're supposed to say you're battered, I'm proud.
I'm
See what I'm
supposed to say
saying?
what?
Our
You're
podcast is called Battered and Proud. You can be like,
okay.
okay, signing off, I'm battered,
Okay, I'm battered.
and I'm
Deuces.
and I'm proud. Bicycle.
Bicycle.